Hi, I'm Dave Mele, 39 years old. I'm a VP for a marketing agency.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I'm 37 years old and I'm an advancement director at St. Rita's School. We have been married for almost 12 years and we have two beautiful girls. And we live in a 1,200 square foot ranch. We need more room.
Yeah, it's a box. It's small. We need more room. And our family's getting larger. We're inheriting a mother-in-law as well as a Wheaten dog who's 12 years old.
Yes, and we have a dog too. So, with that being said, we are in search for a new perfect home for our family as well as my mom and her dog. We are searching for a home, basically North Haven, Wallingford, somewhere that we're going to get lower taxes and more for our buck.
And my wife would ideally like to stay in this area since they all work pretty close. I'm the one with over an hour commute. So in my ideal world, if I could get it a little bit closer to where I work and meet in between, that would be great. But as you can see by her shaking her head, that is never, ever going to happen.
We've been married for almost 12 years. So a lot of the challenges that we have in this house are the room. We have one bathroom, which is kind of hard with the four of us, myself, and then the two girls who are 7 and 10 right now. We also have a small kitchen. And with that being said, it's hard to entertain. We both have pretty big Italian families, and the kitchen is pretty much the central hub of everyone getting together. And trying to cook and entertain in this house is really, really tight. As far as my mom goes, my grandparents passed away within a year of each other, and my mom now has the house that my grandparents lived in. And with that, it's kind of difficult for her because there's an emotional connection there right now. And we feel as though combining our families and moving into one house would really be the best option for all of us.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard for me that works full time, that coaches soccer for one of my daughter's teams, coaches basketball for another team, as well as try to get out and play some golf every once in a while. It's actually really hard to take care of two houses. So in an ideal world, it'd be better for us to have one house where we had the room for both my mother-in-law as well as us under one roof. It would actually make my time a lot easier.
As far as what I'm looking for in a house, I would love, love, love to be on one level. I really like an open floor plan, and I like to know that my kids and us are on the same level in the house rather than being on two different levels. And we also, our ideal situation is that we're looking for something with an in-law or in-law potential. So that's really ideal because we find that really necessary in this home search.
So the only thing that I agree with what she just said was the fact that we absolutely have to have a separate spot for my mother-in-law. I would love a colonial style house. I think it's more important to have some separate sleeping area as well as then from some common living space. It's nice to be able to have that kind of retreat of your bedrooms away from kind of the chaos that goes on in the rest of the house. But as you can hear from what my wife said and some of these faces that she's making right now, she doesn't agree at all.
No, I think it's important that the space is open and you can still have your separate living quarters. But if you have a bedroom with an ensuite, then you don't have to worry about, you can make it your own master bedroom retreat. And then have a separate bathroom because that's ideal. We need two bathrooms in this house because we just definitely do. The girls right now, there's no time to get ready in the morning, have our separate space, and I think that's what is really necessary. But having a separate bathroom that the girls can utilize as well as having a bedroom with an ensuite, I think that's important because it kind of makes it our own retreat, but still kind of separates us from the rest of the house. I just really like it open, and I think that it's important for big family get-togethers.
Man, I'm going to continue to roll my eyes throughout this entire thing if you haven't seen it already. And as you can hear, she has some big, lofty goals on this, right?
I do.
Knowing these goals, and also knowing my wife who has this desire to also be an interior decorator.
I do. It's my pastime.
I know what that entails. That entails a lot of hours of work for me, not only when I come home, but in the morning, on the weekends. So I don't want a house that I have to walk into and do a lot of work. Cosmetic, fine. Minor stuff, I can totally handle it.
It's fine, because you know what? My job allows me to be home in the summer. So taking a sledgehammer to a wall, No problem.
Yeah, see, sledgehammer to a wall. She just thinks that any wall in any house can be demolished, knocked down without consequence. So
it's better to apologize than ask permission. It is.
Wow, you can see how we live, right? Challenging. So you could see now by this, she wants a fixer-upper. I don't. I want something now, because if it was just us and the girls, we could probably figure out a way around it. But now having a mother-in-law move in as well, there's going to be there's just going to be ongoing chaos the entire time.
We have a built-in babysitter, when you really think about it. That'd be nice.
So let's chalk up one more positive there. But yeah, I don't want to fix her up. I want to walk in, I want to put my stuff down, and then I just want to kind of sit down and chill out. She doesn't want to. She wants to go in with the masks.
I want to make it our own. I've watched way too much HGTV. And with that, I just love to design and decorate stuff, because I think you can really put your personal touch on it. If you're given the opportunity to do so, then why not take advantage of it? I want hardwood floors. I want white cabinets. I want granite countertops, stainless steel appliances. I want an open living space, and we definitely need a playroom for our girls, because right now the playroom that we have is in our basement, and I would love to have a playroom on the main level for the girls. I think that's really important.
Yeah, I can't say anymore. You could see that her mind's made up.
It is.
And you can see that the challenge here is going to be seeing if I could actually get just her to bend a little bit in anything. It's probably not going to happen.
No, not going to happen. The other things we're looking for, ideally would love a neighborhood that has sidewalks, because our girls love to ride bikes. We love to go for walks with the dog, and as a family. So that type of neighborhood is really, really important to us. And as far as a pool goes, we think it's a necessity, because, and he'll agree with me on this, he really will, because he grew up with a pool and I grew up with a pool. And right now, the house that my mom's living in, which was my grandparents' house, they have an in-ground pool. And since I was little, and since our girls have been born, they've always had the convenience of a pool during the summer. And since we're home during the summer, we really think it's important to have a pool.
Well, and since she's home, she'll be taking care of it. So if she wants a pool, fine. All right, and this here is our lovely kitchen. As you can see, I'm going to let my wife kind of pan around real quick so you can see it. I'm probably going to be almost in the entire shot, and I'm not moving. She's actually about 3 feet away from me now, standing in front of the refrigerator. Certainly not enough room, and as you heard what she said, with 2 kids running around, it's very often that we'll go open a refrigerator, a kid runs into you, hits the door, shuts it on you, or they'll shut it on each other. With my wife and I in here now, we probably have another 5 feet to walk around. So while it's done very nice, and we actually like the colors, and we like the appliances, and even the countertops are really, really nice. This was probably redone about 7 years ago or so. It's just still, it's functional in this space, but not ideal, as you heard that my wife say that she would love to entertain. The only thing I will completely tell you that I like about this kitchen right now is the color of the walls. That's it. It's because I picked them up.
And this is our bathroom. One bathroom for all 4 of us. We've got a single sink area. We have a bath shower combination. Toilet over here. Not much space either. So ideally we need 2 bathrooms. I do like the way it's decorated. It's fine. It's a 1950s ranch that we're in right now. So originally this bathroom had pink walls, pink tile. We sprayed it, tried to make it as updated as possible without spending a lot of money in this house. So ideally for the girls, would love to have double sinks, because let me tell you the fights at night on who's going to brush their teeth first. It's a nightmare. So that's something that we don't want to deal with in the future. And then having a bathroom to ourselves is something that would be ideal, because it kind of separates us from the kids, and that is a thumbs up.
Actually, the bathroom in the other one will be for me, and then the girls can share the other one.
He has no clue what he's talking about.
That's our dog, Schuster. Isn't he sweet?
You might be wondering how a house can sound so quiet when we talk about our 2 lovely girls, both 7 and 10. They're at a sleepover right now, but I'll show you a picture of them. This is Gianna. She's in 5th grade, and she's 10 years old. And this is Ava. She's 7, and she's in 1st grade.
All right, hold on. I'm just reading my script right now that my wife wants me to say, because honestly, don't really know how to close this thing. So I think it's simple, right? I think you heard what I want. Colonial, not a fixer-upper.
And you've heard that I want what he doesn't want, and that would be a ranch-style house with a complete fixer-upper that we can put our personal touch on.
Yeah, not going to happen.
Yes, it is. I always get what I want.
You know what? I was actually just going to say that. I think you can guess more than likely who's probably going to win. So, out in what we want, since they're completely different, and I think if you had to put money on it, would you put it on me and what I want, or would you put it on her?
What I want. But there's one thing we do agree on. We definitely do need an in-law. That's hands down. That's something we absolutely agree on, right?
Well, I don't know if we agree that we need an in-law. I think we agreed that we need an in-law space. So let's just clarify. It's an in-law area.
Right.
Not necessarily an in-law.
Right, but we need potential.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. We appreciate this opportunity, and we look forward to hearing back from you.
Hey.